In the heart of the Whispering Woods, where sunlight danced through ancient trees, stood the magnificent heartwood tree. Its leaves shimmered with a soft, magical light that kept the entire forest vibrant and alive. The guardians of this special place were three unlikely friends: Squeaky, a tiny squirrel with a huge, adventurous heart; Professor Hoot, a wise old owl who had read every book in his treetop library; and Barnaby, a large bear with a gentle soul and strength to spare. One morning, a strange chill crept into the woods. The heartwood tree's beautiful light began to flicker and dim. The colorful flowers drooped their heads, and the leaves on the tree started to lose their vibrant green. Worried, the three friends gathered at the base of the great tree. Professor Hoot, adjusting his spectacles, recalled an ancient legend from one of his books. "The heartwood tree is fading," he announced gravely. "The legends say only a sunstone from the legendary Crystal Caves can restore its magic." The Crystal Caves were very far away, beyond the Giggling Gorge and through the tricky Whispering Willows. It was a dangerous journey, but Squeaky, Barnaby, and Professor Hoot knew they had to do whatever it took to save their home. With a shared nod of determination, their incredible quest began. Their first big challenge was a Giggling Gorge, a wide chasm with only a single, rickety bridge to cross. A grumpy old troll guarded it, declaring in a booming voice, "None shall pass unless you can make me laugh." Barnaby tried waving in a friendly way, and Professor Hoot told his very best owl jokes, but the troll just scowled. But then, Squeaky, with a mischievous twinkle in his eye, performed a series of daring flips and made the silliest faces he could think of. The troll's grumpy face twitched, then broke into a deep, rumbling laugh that shook the whole gorge. Amused and cheerful, he waved them across the bridge. Next, they entered the Whispering Willows, a confusing maze of weeping trees that whispered misleading directions to lead travelers astray. "Go left," one tree whispered. "No, right is the only way," hissed another. While Squeaky and Barnaby grew more and more confused, Professor Hoot closed his eyes. He listened not to the confusing words, but to the feeling of the wind. "The true path always follows a gentle breeze," he hooted wisely, and led his friends safely through the winding maze. Finally, they reached the entrance to the Crystal Caves. It was blocked by a magnificent but very grumpy griffin. "Go away," he squawked, flapping his huge wings. "I'm in no mood for visitors today." Barnaby, noticing the griffin looked more sad than angry, asked gently, "What's wrong?" "You seem upset." The griffin sighed, a big, gusty sound, explaining that he had lost his favorite shiny pebble. With his great strength, Barnaby carefully lifted the griffin's wing, and there it was. The little pebble was simply stuck in his feathers. Overjoyed, the grateful griffin thanked them again and again, and proudly welcomed them into the caves. Inside, thousands of crystals glittered and shone, but only one was a real sunstone. The legend says a sunstone sings with the warmth of the sun, Professor Hoot remembered. They all fell silent, listening with all their might. It was Squeaky, with his sharp squirrel hearing, who heard it first, a soft, warm, humming sound. He scampered up a tall crystal wall and found it a beautiful, golden gem, pulsating with a gentle light and a comforting warmth. With the sunstone safely secured, the journey home was quick. The griffin, now their good friend, gave them a ride right over the Giggling Gorge. They raced back to the hardwood tree and placed the sunstone in a small hollow at its base. Instantly, a brilliant light erupted from the stone, flowing up the trunk and into every single branch and leaf. The tree's leaves glowed brighter than ever before. The flowers perked up, and warmth returned to the forest. All the animals of the Whispering Woods cheered for their heroes. Squeaky, Professor Hoot, and Barnaby had learned that true bravery isn't just one thing. It's the perfect mix of courage, wisdom, and kindness. Thanks for watching our story. If you enjoyed the adventure in the Whispering Woods, don't forget to like and subscribe for more magical tales. See you next time.